Coming up on Channel 8 News, Kansas State men's basketball has a change at the top after the mid-season firing of head coach Jerome Tang. Plus, a local Manhattan resident may see a change in their property tax valuations this spring. And later, we'll see how K-State Lafine's Health Center is helping students this flu season.
A cold front has moved into Manhattan this morning, making it feel a little bit cooler this morning. If you're heading off to class, make sure you grab a jacket. More weather coming later on Channel 8 News.
This is KKSU-LD, broadcasting in high definition from Kansas State University, covering Manhattan, Riley County, and the Flint Hills. You're watching Channel 8 News.
Good morning and welcome to Channel 8 News. I'm Rebecca Tonkin. Coming up today, we'll look at how one local Manhattan organization is recovering after a fire and how local residents showed up to support the Special Olympics. And later, K-State is celebrating Black History Month through art appreciation. Sunday evening, K-State Athletics Director Gene Taylor announced Jerome Tang would no longer be coaching the men's basketball team. Tang's firing came on the heel of season-long disappointment for K-State basketball fans. The athletics department has ended Tang's contract for cause, which voids his $18 million buyout. Taylor cited recent public comments and conduct as the reason for firing the head coach.
There's language in his contract that addresses, certain things that could potentially bring embarrassment. Basically, his comments about the student athletes and the negative reaction to those comments from a lot of sources, both nationally and locally, is where I thought we needed to make the decision.
In a statement given to the Field of 68, Jerome Tang said, "I am deeply disappointed with the university's decision and strongly disagree with the characterization of my termination. I have always acted with integrity and faithfully fulfilled my responsibilities as head coach." Students have mixed feelings about the firing of Jerome Tang. Balin Williams has more.
After the firing of K-State men's basketball coach Jerome Tang, the students are voicing out their opinions.
I think he seemed to do a great job with getting the community involved in the program. But when you're losing games and you're paying players as much as they're getting paid, and he was paying as much as he was getting paid, he should have had a better performance.
Tang ended up getting fired for cause due to actions he made against the players and the university, forming mixed reactions from the students.
My reaction to it was a little mixed. On one hand, I do think his comments were a little brash. But I can see also that the university wants to get out of the contract with him without paying.
One diehard fan, on the other hand, thinks Jerome Tang was the problem all along.
He made the sandwich. He brought these guys in. A lot of them were proclaimed gym rats, and they used to work super hard. And then now you see them not even trying on defense and stuff. So it's he ruined their love for the game.
With all the reactions from the students, it's safe to say they wanted a change for the program. From Manhattan, Kansas, I'm Balin Williams, Channel 8 News.
In Tang's first season, he led the program to an Elite Eight appearance and 26-10 record, surpassing expectations after the team was picked to finish last in the Big 12 Conference. However, in the last two seasons to follow, the team saw less success, with one NIT appearance and a few notable victories. At the time of his removal, Tang's team had a 10-15 record overall, going 1-11 in Big 12 play. Coming up later in the show, we will hear from our new interim head coach, Matthew Driscoll, and find out how the Wildcats performed in their first game in the post-Tang era. On Friday, Manhattan residents and K-State facility and students gathered in response to confirm federal immigration and custom enforcement activity in the area. Protesters convened on K-State Anderson's Law, carrying signs and voicing their concerns about the presence of ICE agents locally. Organizers and residents say they want transparency and accountability from federal authorities and are asking for peaceful action and conversation around immigration policy and enforcement practices. Riley County Police Department confirmed that ICE units were in the Manhattan area earlier last week, though local police did not take part in the operation. 3 weeks ago, the home office building for Big Brothers and Big Sisters in Manhattan was destroyed by fire. Connor Wallstead has more about what is next for the organization.
The structure that Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Manhattan call their hoffice, a home converted into an office, is a total loss. Despite that, they continue to move forward.
Our team is doing really great. We didn't have a single lapse in service. They've been able to work from home and coffee shops as we've bounced around a little bit, just waiting now to find a more permanent location until we get our long-term plan in place.
Currently operating out of the same building as Brothers Coffee, the staff is thankful that they have the continued support of the local community.
Yeah, community outreach has looked amazing. We've had a gazillion text messages and phone calls and just people even like stopping us in the community and being like, hey, I heard what happened to BBBS. What can I do?
Sink says that in their time of need, the Manhattan community stepped up, donating supplies that were originally lost in their fire for the Valentine's Day crafting event.
Yeah, a lot of it was brand new materials, scissors, glue, crayons, markers, like you name it. It was just like the community took a field day and went to Hobby Lobby and just shopped for us, and it was so sweet.
Staff members hope that people will continue to not only help through donations on their website, but will also continue to reach out through Facebook to help with cleanup efforts. In Manhattan, I'm Connor Walstead. You're watching Channel 8 News.
If you would like to donate to Big Brothers and Big Sisters, go to www.kansasbigs.org. Riley County properties are set to see an increase in value in 2026, with an increase in property taxes expecting to follow. Jimmy Kaufman has more.
As students are finding new places to live for the next academic year in Manhattan, Riley County properties are set to increase in value this year by another 3 to 10%. This increase can not only have effects on property taxes, but rent prices as well, according to County Appraiser Anna Burson.
Our job when we're setting those values is to follow the market. And as everybody is aware, the market has been unbelievable for the last few years. And so the tax piece of that, that's your local taxing authorities, the city commission, the county commission, the schools, all of that plays into that mill levy. And so with the valuation increase, the mill levies could come down and therefore wouldn't be a property tax increase, but that's not what's happened historically.
A mill levy is a property tax that's applied to the property that takes a certain amount of money per $1,000 of assessed value. By the levy not decreasing in the city for the 2026 budget, the increase in property value allows for an increase in taxes, which could affect the revenue of the property owners as well as the rent for renters.
This is really hard for me because most of our clientele are students, and I need you guys to have affordable, safe, clean housing. We try not to raise rent too much, but it's also a business. And anytime you raise rent more than $25 a bedroom, you're going to lose tenants. I just worry about students and their families being able to afford it because I just sent 2 kids off to college and I want their housing to be reasonable, but it's still a business.
As change of value notices are sent out on February 25th, be sure to check your mail if you plan on appealing your property's value. From Manhattan, Jimmy Kaufman, Channel 8 News.
Change of value notices will be sent out next Wednesday. For an appeal on your property's valuation change, fill out the form on the back within 30 days of receiving the letter. The Polar Plunge, a fundraiser for Special Olympics, took place at Tuttle Creek this past weekend. The plungers managed to raise thousands of dollars over the goal. Amelia Likens has more on the story.
Last weekend, on Valentine's Day, Manhattan residents took the Polar Plunge to support the Special Olympics. The weather was cold and rainy, but Special Olympics coordinator Caitlin Andrus managed to keep everybody's spirits high.
I know it's raining right now, and some people might think that that is kind of a bummer, but it's not. I think the rain is a representation of our athletes are constantly uncomfortable when they go into different environments. So as a community, for not only just an hour, you can come out for a little bit to feel uncomfortable.
I'm here at Tuttle Creek for the Polar Plunge. Manhattan residents are still showing up despite the rain to support the Special Olympics.
The Polar Plunge has been taking place in Manhattan for over 20 years, and many plungers are K-State students.
My major is special elementary education, and I've always done stuff like this for my high school. And once I figured out that we have it in Manhattan, I just fell in love, and I keep coming back.
Over 150 Manhattan residents took the plunge, many of them dressed in fun costumes. The plungers raised well above the original $18,000 goal and raised over $25,000.
So we are a statewide program, and so all of our fundraising goes back towards our athletes across the state of Kansas.
The polar plunge forced plungers to feel uncomfortable for a few minutes to support those who may feel uncomfortable all the time. In Manhattan, Amelia Likens, Channel 8 News.
The polar plunge at Tuttle Creek was a great success. Despite the rain, plungers raised over $25,000 to support Special Olympic Kansans. Kansas State University has started a movement to have all students have an applied learning experience by 2030. Braden Cameron has more.
This week, the Applied Learning Department hosted a Flapjack Friday to let students know about the importance of having an applied learning experience, such as study abroad, internships, and activities outside of the classroom.
It's just kind of an experience that you take away from, and through reflection and different mentor processes, just kind of making your experience full circle and allowing you to get the most out of your time here at K-State.
Organizers say applied learning experiences help students have lots of benefits, including a higher postgraduate salary, by preparing them and providing an outlet for practicing what they learn.
So there's benefits such as higher retention rate in school, like they continue to go to school. Also, applied learning experiences have higher, data shows us that have higher GPAs the more you complete. And then also post-graduation, with applied learning, there's also research shown that they have higher salaries.
Flapjack Fridays is spreading awareness to different students in various colleges on a monthly basis, and ALE organizers are hoping that students get involved with applied learning opportunities. In Manhattan, Braden Cameron, Channel 8 News.
Next month, Flapjack Friday will be held on March 13th on the lawn in front of Cardwell Hall on K-State campus. Coming up on Channel 8 News, an art gallery is celebrating Black History Month and the beauty of Black art exhibit. During Black History Month, a new exhibit in the Kansas State Student Union is highlighting the impact of Black art. Bella Zarate has more.
Color, texture, and history line the walls of the Kansas State University Student Union, where students stop to take in artwork that reflects Black culture, identity, and experience. For many, that representation is what stands out most.
It definitely means to me inclusivity and just showing everybody and representing everybody here around campus. I love that it shows and displays so many different cultures and people from not only in Manhattan but around the globe.
Inside the William T. Kemper Art Gallery, coordinators say returning this exhibit during Black History Month was a decision shared by past campus response and the impact the work continues to have on viewers.
We've actually hosted this artist before 2 years ago. Last year we experimented with a different artist, but we had a lot of feedback from this exhibit specifically and requests to bring it back. And as you can see, the art is beautiful and it speaks for itself. So we decided to bring it back for this particular month, for Black History Month.
Inside the William T. Kemper Art Gallery, organizers say the goal is to spark reflection, connection, and a wider appreciation for the stories being shared.
This is an inviting space for everyone. Everyone's welcome to come, feel art, explore art in their own way, whatever that means to them.
The Beauty of Black Art exhibit runs through February 26th, with a public reception scheduled for tomorrow from 4 to 6 p.m., providing another chance to experience the artwork up close. In Manhattan, Bella Zarate, Channel 8 News.
The exhibit is free and open to the public inside the K-State Student Union and is part of the university's ongoing recognition of Black History Month. Coming up on Channel 8 News, flu season is underway. How can you stay safe from sickness? And with warmer weather temperatures on the way, we'll take a look at the weather. As flu season continues into February, reminders of flu prevention remain prevalent across the community. With warm weathers approaching, the flu bug still remains high. Signs encouraging flu shots and everyday health habits are helping to highlight ways people can reduce the spread of the flu. Facts about the flu show how easily the flu can spread and why staying informed about flu season is important. Flu season typically reaches its peak in the later winter months, right when Kansas State students return.
To wash your hands frequently, so if somebody coughs on something and you come along and touch it, then you can get the virus that way. So for preventive things people can do, wash their hands frequently and then wear a mask, especially if they're in more like crowded environments. Flu season is usually November through February. At K-State, we usually see February as the highest month because the start of the spring semester, everybody's around each other, and then they start to spread from there.
Now let's head over to our weather center with Braden Miskey for the full weather forecast. Braden?
Thanks, Rebecca. As we look at the weather, on the coast, it's 40, 44, and 41 with some rain. As we head into northern United States, there's some snow projected as well, so be prepared for that. Down in Arizona, it's 50 degrees and sunny. As we look at Texas, it's a pretty nice day in the 70s. And as we head across the Midwest region, there's a cold front coming through with some wind, making the temperatures in the Midwest region feel a little bit cooler, and that's going to drop throughout the day. As we look at the state of Kansas, in the western part of the region, it's in the 20s. It's probably going to be that cool all day with snow projected out there. North central Kansas has 31. And as we look into the southern part of the state, it's probably going to reach 50 today. Kansas City, it's really nice, but it's also temperatures are going to drop in the 55. And here in Raleigh, we have temperatures in the low 40s. Tomorrow's planner, it's going to be really cold, so if you're heading off to class or to work, be prepared for that. It's going to be sunny in the morning with the temperatures in the low 20s. As we head into the afternoon, it's going to get cloudy with some cloud cover, and then as we go into the nighttime, there's that chance of snow. Temperatures are going to drop, so be prepared for that. Precipitation is about 50%. The 5-day forecast has sunny throughout the weekend. Thursday, we look at temperatures today. It's going to be in the 40s with a low of 21. Friday, we mentioned that snow chance with highs in the 40s and then lows clear down to 23. As we go into the weekend, it's going to be sunny with temperatures in the 40. And on Monday, it's going to be temperatures 41 with a low in the 20s. That's all for weather. Rebecca, back to you.
Coming up next in sports on Channel 8 News, K-State men's basketball program looks to bounce back after the firing of their head coach, and a new era of K-State football begins. Sports is next. From men's basketball to a new era of K-State football, Jimmy Kaufman has more from our Sports Center.
Thanks, Rebecca. Following a tumultuous start to the week with the firing of head coach Jerome Tang, Kansas State men's basketball has bounced back. The Cats beat the Baylor Bears on Tuesday night, winning 90-74 in Bramlage Coliseum. Nate Johnson and PJ Haggerty were the stars, each putting up over 30 points for the Cats. Nate Johnson hit a career-high 33 points in Kansas State's second win of 2026. With Texas Tech on the horizon this Saturday, interim head coach Matthew Driscoll is officially 1-0 at the helm.
I did not come to Kansas State to be the head coach. And I'm super, super, super proud of the staff. It wasn't about anything except continuing to do what coaches set up the table to do.
K-State football head coach Colin Klein has been making moves in the offseason by selecting his coaching staff for the fall. Jordan Peterson has been named defensive coordinator, coming from Texas A&M with Klein after 2 successful seasons. The position of offensive coordinator has been filled by Sean Gleason, who brings an impressive record into Klein's previous role.
We have a great staff, like an unbelievable staff. It allows me to kind of take a big picture view and make sure making decisions that are right for the unit.
We're still getting to know each other, coming together, and I'm really thrilled at just being able to work with these guys in each position group on a daily basis because of their work ethic and their attentiveness.
Spring practice is underway with the Wildcats putting in the work in the preseason. That's all the time we have for sports. Rebecca, back to you.
Before we go, the Tallgrass Orchestra put on an eclectic performance, plus one last look at the weekend's forecast. A project that is redefining the idea of orchestras had a performance in the K-State Student Union on Friday. The Regenerate Orchestra is a project that provides opportunities to people who might not have had the chance to be a part of a concert. The audience was allowed to walk through the staging and get an up-close look at the instruments and performers to connect with all the music as well.
Music should be a community-first event. We want to kind of take the institutions of classical music and make them more accessible.
And what I've enjoyed about participating in Clay's music is that it provides exactly that, a shared experience, which is why I play music.
As we take a look at our weekend forecast, we can see that temperatures are going to be in the 40s all week. As we mentioned, that snow on Friday night, be prepared for that going into Saturday. But don't expect the snow to stay around too long, as temperatures are going to be in the 40 and sunny throughout the weekend. That's all we have for weather. Rebecca, back to you.
That's all we have for you on Channel 8 News. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. And from all of us, have a great day.
This is Channel 8 News.